Hey, this is Lawrence, and what I wanted to do today is I'm going to show you how to complete an authorization to release. On the last video, I showed you quickly how to complete a purchase and sale agreement strictly for the purposes of getting a deal in hand, and so that you can go ahead and forward it over to your attorney to do a quick title search. Not to say that that's going to be the agreement you do on all deals. It's just an agreement is just between a buyer and a seller, and consideration is taken. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be complicated. If your attorney wants you to use a different agreement, you can always do that. It's not a big deal. But I just wanted to go ahead and allay any fears so that you can actually get one done, send it over to a seller, or take it over to a seller rather, and get them to go ahead and sign it so you can go ahead and check title, and that you have an agreement that you're going to go ahead and buy the property. In this video, what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to complete an authorization to release so that you can forward it to the lender if there's a mortgage on the property, so that you can just verify the numbers, verify the balance, verify the monthly payment, and make sure everything is escrowed or not. Plus, you may need to pass this along to your new buyer so that they can check it as well. You'll see authorization to release on the front. Here, you can put your name. Like, say, for instance, I'm using the screen catcher, so sometimes there's a bit of a delay. You can put the, yeah, here we go. Let me close this out. Like, say, if I'm going to use my full name, Lawrence Wheeler, uh, you know, direct property solutions. You can do that. Put your name at the business name that you're at, or you can just put your name. You can put your name and your partner's name. That way, both of you can check. However you want to do it. And you can always send a new one if you need to send a new one if somebody else needs to check. So it's not that big a deal. Says, we hereby authorize you to release to whoever it is. Let's say Lawrence, excuse me, misspell my own name. And then all information regarding my or our account that they may require for the purposes of a credit transaction or a loan transfer. You may produce this document to acquire reference from more than one source. Thank you. And they're going to put their name here. Well, actually, they're going to go ahead and put the loan information on this portion. The account number, account and number, and whatever it is. They're going to sign it here, put their social here, and date it here. And they need to print their name so it's legible. If there's two parties involved, they're going to sign it here, put their social, date, and print the name. No big deal. And then you fax it over to the lender. You can either, if they have a branch, say it's with Chase, you can go down to any Chase branch, ask them for the fax number to where you can fax over an authorization to release information form. They can get you that fax number. You send it over. You can send it with a cover letter, or you can just send it as is. What you would want to do is call up to get a contact number of somebody, with the customer service rep, just to make sure that they received it. Typically, it may take up to 48 hours for it to show up in the system. Once it's in the system, you can go ahead and make inquiries with regards to the account. You can check the mortgage balance. You can check to make sure that the payments are current. You can check the total payment amount. It saves a lot of trouble and problems just in case the seller's not around. But you want to do it anyway. You want to be able to be in control to to check on the account. So this document, in addition to the purchase and sale agreement, are the only things you need to have signed when you meet a seller at a house. And this is only paperwork you need at that time. You don't want to intimidate them and overwhelm them with additional paperwork. So that any other additional documents you can leave with your attorney, and they can sign it at closing. So again, purchase and sale agreement, authorization to release, the only two documents you need to take with you to get a house under contract. The next one I'm going to cover will be, the limited power of attorney, the deed, all that stuff. But your attorney, what you want to do also, you may want to just send these over to your attorney just to make sure that they feel they may want to add some stuff to it, or they may want to use their own. But you could have them check it out. It's not a big deal. But that's it for this time, and I'll give you a few other examples of documents that you can use at closing. But you want to have your attorney check it out, make sure that they don't have their own, or feel that another one may serve you better. Until then.